Amen. Come on, let's go into the word of the Lord. Judges, the 7th chapter and the 1st verse. It reads, Then Jerubbaal, who is Gideon, and all the people that were with him, rose up early and pitched beside the well of Harod, so that the host of the Midianites were on the north side of them, by the hill of Moreh in the valley. Amen. You may be seated. Amen. 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 I just want to take some time. First of all, I truly thank God for what he is doing. God moves in ways that we don't understand. But what I thank him for is for his word. As he said in Psalms 119 and 105, thy word is a lamp unto my feet. And so sometimes we don't understand what God is doing, because our ways are not his ways. Our thoughts are not his thoughts. But he has revealed it unto us by his Spirit. So his Spirit will begin to start showing us, and his Spirit is his word. So don't get that twisted. Amen. So his Spirit is his word, and so the word will begin to start being a lamp unto your feet and a light unto your path. It'll start showing you the direction that God is sending you in. It'll show you why things are going on in your life that you don't understand. It'll show it to you. But he said, he that have ears to hear, let him hear. You got to have ears to hear it. Or otherwise it just sounds like noise. It might sound like these and thou. But if you got an ear to hear what the Spirit is saying unto the churches, then you'll begin to start understanding what it is God is trying to show us. He gave us a strong word last week. He gave us a strong word about what our work really is. And our work is to do the will of the Father who sent us. That's our work. Our work is to do his will. And he said the harvest truly is great, but it's the laborers that are few. And pray that the husbandman might send laborers into his vineyard. Now I want you to look at something here in the book of Judges. I ask y'all to do a little bit of reading for me. Somebody go to that 6th chapter, and I want you to read verse 38 through 40. 6th chapter, 38 through 40. And let me just give us this insight, because some of us know this about Gideon and some may not. But Gideon didn't come from a royal family. And he wasn't one that was well thought of. But God had chose him to do a work. So you don't ever know who God going to choose. We don't know who God going to choose. But he going to choose somebody to do a work for him. And he chose Gideon to go do a work, to deliver them out of the hands of the Midianites. Y'all hear me this morning? But Gideon wasn't sure that God was talking to him. Anybody can relate to that? Sometimes you ain't real sure if it's God talking or if it's you talking or somebody you heard talking or something you saw on YouTube or Facebook. Or now we got all this internet going on. You hear all kind of stuff. So there's a lot of voices, a lot of noise. And so Gideon wanted to make sure. In other words, he wanted to get a confirmation that who it was that was actually talking to him. Come on, read that for me.
And it was so when he rose up, or it was sort of 36 verse.
No, I want you to start what I told you.
Listen. And it was so when he rose up early on the morrow. And thrust the fleece together.
Yeah, he did.
And ran the dew out of the fleece.
A
bowl full of water. And Gideon said unto God, let not thy anger be hot against me. And I will speak but this one. Let it prove, I pray thee, but this one with the fleece, let it now be dry, only upon the fleece, and upon all the ground let there be dew. And God did so that night, for it was dry upon the fleece only, and there was dew on all the ground.
So Gideon did just the opposite. The first time he wanted the ground to be dry all around and the fleece to be wet.
Yeah.
Right? That's where you picked it up.
Yes, sir.
And the fleece was wet so that Gideon wringed out a bowl of water. God proving that, yeah, it's me. And Gideon wanted to make sure, Lord, I don't want you to be angry. But I still ain't quite got it yet. All right? In other words, I'm still not sure. I know you did it, but I just want to be sure. Anybody know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I want to be sure that you did it.
Yeah.
So this time, I'm going to ask you to do just the opposite.
All right.
This time, instead of it being wet and the ground all around, or dry and the ground all around, and the fleece being wet, I want the dew to be upon all the ground and the fleece to be dry. And this thing always got me on that. God never said, now you're asking too much. He never said that's just too hard, that's ridiculous. He never said, why are you asking me anything? Just do what I told you. What he did is, he did exactly what Gideon asked him to do so that he might be sure. God wants to sure in your heart to trust in him. And so he did just the opposite. And the next day when he woke up, the ground was full of dew, but the fleece was dry. Is that right? And this was all done. This is what I want us to get. This was all done so that Gideon might believe, not that he was God, but that he was going to do what he told him to do. Amen. Because he told him to go and do something that seemed to be impossible. Seemed to be too big for him. How are we going to overthrow the Midianites? They're mighty army, and we just a few of us. Amen. They seem like they got all the power. We seem like we don't have much of nothing. So he set it up to get his heart right. Anybody need to get your heart right this morning? Yeah. The abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. You got to start in the heart first. Yeah. David said, thy word have I hid in my heart that I might not sin against thee. Yeah. Got to get the heart first. Yeah. Get the heart right first. Everything else will start taking care of, start falling into place. Yeah. Amen. Yes. So here it is. Keep reading for me. Let's look and see what happened.
Judges 7th chapter. The first verse.
Yeah.
Then Zerubbabel, who is Gideon.
This is Gideon now.
And all the people that were with him rose up early.
They all rose up early. Go ahead.
And pitched beside the well of Harod.
Yeah.
So that the host of Midianites were on the north side of them. By the hill of Moreh in the valley.
In other words, now they're ready to go to battle. Yeah. Is that right? I heard what you said, Lord. You done confirmed it for me. Not only once, you confirmed it twice. Now I'm ready to go and do the work. Yeah. And I got the people ready to go. Is that right? Come on.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me.
Wait a minute. My way is not thy way. My thoughts are not thy thoughts. For as high as the heaven is from the earth, so is my way from thy way. Here he's telling Gideon now. Now that you done got me convinced, I'm ready to go. I got the people ready to go. Now you tell me they got more than us already. And now you telling me what I got? There's too many. Keep going.
The Lord said unto Gideon, the people that are with thee are too many for me to give the Midianites into their hand. Lest Israel vaunt themselves against me, saying, mine own hand has saved me.
You see how God turned that thing around? Here he is ready to go. Thinking that I got folks to go with me.
Yeah.
But God done flipped the script. Because what he don't see, God sees.
Say that.
And God is doing a plan that's long term.
All
It ain't
right.
just for today.
Come on now.
Too often folks just want looking at today.
Yeah.
They're just looking at what's right in front of them. They're just looking at what my will is. And now I think I got exactly what he want me to do and I'm ready to go. Man, that's why you got to trust in the Lord. And lean not to your own understanding. All your ways acknowledge him. He going to direct your path. He wasn't through with the instructions yet. Because now he telling them, you got too many. I can't give the Midianites into your hand with all these folks that you got. Because then the people going to think that they did it.
That's it.
Oh, I wish y'all would hear me this morning. Maybe I'll preach to the wall. So God got a way of, God is going to get the glory.
Yeah.
And he going to do it his way.
That's it.
And he going to make sure that when it's done, he going to get the glory for it because he wants his people to know it's him. It ain't you.
Amen.
It ain't you. Never was us. It wasn't us in the beginning. Because we wasn't there in the beginning. We wasn't. He was. He from everlasting to everlasting. So God is, he's orchestrating this thing.
Say that.
In other words, he's putting something together.
Yeah.
See. Come on, keep reading. Look at this.
Now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people.
Yeah.
Whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early.
See, look what he's doing. He's getting ready to separate it.
That's it.
He's getting ready to change something. Let me see. See, you just want to go to war. That's what he's showing Gideon. You just want to go to war. You fired up and you ready to go now because I didn't confirm what you was asking me. But I'm getting ready to do something different. Number one, you got too many. And the ones you got with you, you think they gonna fight, but they ain't. Oh man, I wish we did it. I wish we did it. I wish we did it. See, Numbers is so. Don't get me wrong. He showed us that last week. Numbers is so. And so we ought to be concerned about souls, so therefore we're concerned about numbers. But the key of it is he's showing us also all numbers ain't good numbers. That's the way to put it. All numbers ain't good numbers. If you got a whole bunch of folk going to war, but only 25% of them gonna fight, the rest of them are just in the way. They just making you think you got something you ain't got. It's like if you think you got a good woman and she riding to the core. You going around bragging about her. Look who I got on my own. Everybody else saying, yeah, we see. Apparently you don't. Oh, it's the same thing with a man. You think you got this man, he all that in a bag of chips. But all the other women know that he always in my face. He always chasing after me. He ain't really what you think he is. And you just happy because you got a man or because you got a woman. But that ain't the key. He said, he that finds a wife finds a good thing. So you don't just want a woman, you want a wife. That's something with conditions with it. You don't just want a man, you want a godly man. You want somebody that loves the Lord. Be not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. You don't just want a man, you want a man that's a believer.
Amen.
How can two walk together except they be agreed? So numbers, it's God is getting ready to divide this thing. He's getting ready to, in other words, he's getting ready to bring a knife to start cutting out It's almost like you're cutting out the fat. You're cutting out what ain't really going to do the work or what really ain't good. Come on.
Now therefore go to proclaim in the ears of the people.
Go tell them.
Whosoever is fearful and afraid, let him return and depart early from Mount Gilead.
Yeah.
And there returned of the people 22,000, and there remained 10,000.
God wouldn't finish. Go and ask him. Who ain't fear? Who's fearful? Who's scared to go and do this battle?
Yeah.
Who's scared to go and fight this fight that's in front of us?
Yeah.
Who's more scared of them than you fear God? Who are you? Stand up. This is the good part about it. This is really good. The good part is that 22,000 left. In other words, they were admitted. Yeah. I ain't for this work. This seems too hard for us. There's too many of them and not enough of us. They more mightier than us. We more afraid of what they gonna do to us than what we gonna do to them. 22,000 left. That left him with 10,000. So immediately he lost over half. Now he got 10,000. That means he had 32,000, right? Is that right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now he's down to 10. He's down to 10 now.
10,000.
But he still got to fight the fight. Come on.
The Lord said unto Gideon,
Yes, he did.
the people are yet too many.
Wait a minute. Lord, what are you talking about? Yesterday I had 32,000. Today I got 10. I'm tripping over that now. And now you're going to still tell me that you still got too many. Lean not unto your own understanding. Natural mind will tell you the more the merrier.
Yes, indeed.
That's what it tells you. But not so. In all cases, not so. God is not through yet. 10,000 still too many. You know, God is an awesome God, ain't he? Is he awesome? I said, is he awesome?
He's awesome.
And God does things in an awesome way.
Yeah.
He always sets it up. When they went across the Red Sea, did you see him setting it up?
Yeah.
When Joshua had them walking around the city of Jericho, didn't you see him setting it up? He was setting it up to it. It would always seem like it was something that was impossible to be done. When Elijah was walking with Elisha, it seemed impossible that he was going to get that mantle, but he told him, he said, but if you are with me,
That's it.
when I go,
Yeah.
that's what you got to do. You just got to do what it is. I'm telling you, if you really want this,
Yeah.
Yeah.
you got to be willing to do something. And you got to be able to follow instructions.
Amen.
It ain't how you want it to be done. It's how he said for it to be done. He's setting something up. He's setting it up. Boy, we can just see him sometimes setting it up. Oh man, you ever anybody in here ever played cards? Y'all know back in the day you played cards. Some of us did spades.
Set up.
Oh man, she played those spades and bid whiz. Some of the young folks might not remember them old bid whiz days, but back in the day we did bid whiz and spades. And you know what you had in your hand, but you would set it up. And they don't know what you had. If somebody ain't reading the cards right, don't understand how this thing works, they'll think they got you. But you've been setting them up the whole time. Because I got this hand right here, I'm just waiting. I'm waiting for one or two cards to drop. And once that drops, oh, you mine. You don't even realize you're being set up. You think that you on solid ground. But I got you. God is working like that. And this for Gideon. And I believe he works like that for us. I do. I believe God is setting something up. I do. I believe he's setting something up. And he set this thing up. And Gideon was looking at it one way, but God was doing something different. Yeah, just because you're looking that way don't mean it's so. Just because it look like that, that's how it is. It don't mean it is like that. Now they down to 10,000. God then said, still, you got too many. Oh, Lord. Have mercy. Come on, nigga. You got too many.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many.
Yeah, they are.
Bring them down unto the water.
Yeah.
And I will try them.
See, I ain't finished proving them yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to prove them. We're going to get to the bottom of it. Oh, boy, God got a way of just weeding stuff out. He do. God got a way of weeding stuff out of your life. God got a way of weeding stuff out on your job, in your business. God got a way of weeding stuff out. He got a way of bringing something down and bring it back up.
Oh, yeah.
Anybody know what I'm talking about? God got a way, man, I tell you, God done moved me to certain places and took me out of one thing that I thought was solid ground. Put me on a new place, a new plane. I didn't really know hardly nobody. Yes, indeed.
Yes.
It seemed like I was starting all over again. But I wasn't. I was just building. I didn't realize what God was doing. God was just building. I was just building is all he was doing. I got to take you to another place, and to get you to the other place, I got to move you from where you're at. Sometimes we get too comfortable. We get too comfortable. We get too comfortable sometimes thinking we know God. And we don't know God. God knows us. His ways are past finding out. How you going to say you know God? Oh, I know what he's doing. I know where he's going. You don't know God. We get to know him. We know of him. His ways are past finding out. He's past finding out. Come on. Let's see what happens.
And the Lord said unto Gideon, the
Yeah.
people are yet too many.
Yeah, read it loud.
Bring them down into the water.
Bring them down to the water.
And I will try them for thee there.
And look what God doing. Look. Oh, I thank God. I think somebody right quick. 1 Corinthians 3 and 9. Somebody get that for me real quick. 1 Corinthians 3rd chapter, 9th verse. 1 Corinthians 3rd chapter, 9th verse. Whoever get it, stand and read it. 1 Corinthians 3rd chapter, 9th verse. Amen. Read it loud for me, Sister.
1 Corinthians chapter 3, verse 9.
Yeah.
And the word of our living God reads,
Listen to this.
for we are laborers together with God.
We are laborers together with God.
Ye are God's husbandry.
Ye are God's husbandry.
Ye are God's building.
Ye are God's building. Now catch this. I want us to catch it. We labor together with God, right? Ye are God's husbandry. In other words, we God's garden, right? We are God's building. In other words, it's God that does the building. It's God that keeps the farm or the garden. Gideon didn't ask God to do this for him. God did it. Because it's God's building. God is building this army, in other words.